Hello and welcome Battleforge community. Today I'm back with another PvP replay, and today I've got a pretty amazing match against Triggz for you that was played at the last Fight Club. Really beautiful match, and I'll just start and head right into it. We see Scavenger on the right side. I'm going with Fire T1 against Triggz, starting with Nature and the Amazon. So first of all, opening up with the power well here in this area, very safe. Nature cannot really punish this because there's always the threat of building a mortar over here, which would protect both sides. So whenever Nature rushes with like taking one less well, that's just not an option. So this also enables me to take up a second power, and what this does essentially is it lowers the void level, because right now 200 power is invested and it takes a while to pay off. And at lower power levels, fire fights really well into Nature. So I'm trying to pressure, lure out this Amazon, but Triggz obviously knows that he wants to take his time, get a little bit of an army before fighting, hovering around his base here. So yeah, this small encounter pretty solid for him. But yeah, I don't want to fight into his power wells because he has defender's advantage, can summon undazed creatures. I really do want to avoid this early on. So I try to get him into this area here. So he again tries to run away with the Amazon, and at this point he gets a little bit too close. So I just spawn forward Sunstraders here to body block it. You can technically, he tries to hurricane this and attack them, obviously, because they are in dazed and very weak. But on low void levels, even though this is a negative trade for me, this is still good because I can kind of force out the fight here. Also, taking the Scavenger with Beast Mastery is not an option usually early on, because this makes the unit unbound. And once I get it back, even though he wins with a fight like this, probably I will get the Scavenger back, and if I get to save it, it's such a huge economic advantage. So yeah, taking this Amazon ability is always a big risk. And yeah, now this Scavenger and the Firesworn dealing a lot of damage to those Windweavers, and Dazed Riot always being punishable by Eruption. Always make sure that the center of your Eruption is closer to the Dryad than to the other units. If this is relevant, because the Eruption just starts dealing damage from the center towards the edge. So the second unit getting hit, like this Windweavers for example, would take 300 damage instead of the 225, because they lose the damage reduction from Dryad. So overall, as you can see, Nature not very good on those low unit count fights, because their dazed spawns are rather weak in comparison to the fire units. And Triggz decides to pull to the side here. That is a good move, because it creates distance to his base and buys time for him to take tier 2. So at this point, I left those spearmen. I don't want to chase them and lose time. I immediately try to head towards his base, trying to split those Scavengers, so not both of them can get hit by an ensnaring roots. That would probably buy enough time for him to set up his tier 2 defense, and I wanted to avoid that at all costs. So Sundra being played, and there is the recently buffed Parasite, which is a very, very powerful tool, dealing a lot of damage, being cheaper, and also obviously being such a nice tool up on being combined with all the Nature crowd control. Creeping Paralysis also got 10 power cheaper, so yeah, pretty powerful damage tool. But obviously the Sundra attack here being successful, so I have a solid lead in this game, and a good position, but attack disadvantage. And I kind of try to run away from this Parasite. This is kind of chasing the Sundra here. And Triggz moving out with those Ghost Spears, because he wants to set up a counterattack as he sees my Scavenger running towards this area for the tier 2. So this Sundra died to the orb, the other one kind of escaped. And yeah, tier 2 being played here, and double Borrower attack. And I just did not take this wall. And this was a huge mistake at this rate, because you can just see what happens. Because I thought, yeah, I just slow him down and defend while making pressure with the Sundra, so I get this power. And I saw him, okay, he does such a huge attack, so I'll just destroy this orb, cancel it. So I get 75 power back and just rebuild it over here. If you cancel the orb before it's done, yeah, you get 75 of the 100 power back. So in the meantime, the Sundra applying pressure, always draining power through those crowd control spells, and there are those three Borrowers. I tried to block them with Sunstraders, but Triggz is kind of smart here, running around the left so I cannot body block them. And like the next move that he's doing is just so smart. Like I'll just stop the video just to explain what I thought here. I was just saying, okay, like this Sandra is getting a second well, so he's down on 2 wells at this rate. If I lose a power well, it doesn't really matter. So I did not really over-invest into tier 1 units here, because I obviously want to wait until my tier 2 is finished and then clear those units, like with Bandit Stalker, with a Minefield. It doesn't matter if I lose a well for that. Like, would be completely fine, because I have dealt so much damage in tier 1. But Triggz doing such a smart move here, just directly going for the monument. And this obviously isn't finished yet, so I kind of realized something is going wrong. So I turn around with this scavenger here, getting to the center, because if he now clears all of my units, I try to wrap this, I try to defend, like with 71 power, but it's not enough. So this orb drops here, and if he clears all of my units, I only have like a life weaving left, because I'm on the Shadow tier 1 orb with a Bandit stack that starts on fire. So I immediately rescued this scavenger, like last second, to make sure that I still get the presence for this tier 2 orb. And you can see like this huge attack now paying off. I can't play anything here, simply because I don't have the orbs to do so. So taking a huge chunk of damage here, like those units will get down the power well here. This is still damaged from the previous attack, because the Sandra still did a lot. So I try to get a third power well on this end here, also forcing another Curse of Oink. Now this tier 2 goes through. Minefield, Bandit Minefield and Lava Field both doing a good job at zoning those, and I try to finish them off with an Eruption, but Triggz like with the perfect heal here, right in time, so he can just wait out until this Bandit Minefield is gone. I try to defend with the Bandit Stalker, obviously, because of the beast bonus damage against those Burrowers. Yeah, got a power well in return, but I lost like pretty much everything, and this is also about to go down here. A Minefield trying to heal, get the damage through, but another heal, keeping those Burrows alive just for enough time here to take down this 4th power. So lost a monument and 4 powers while just kicking 3 on the other hand. So a huge disadvantage for me on this end here. Obviously have a little bit of tempo left. You can see Triggz on 120 energy though, so yeah, I have 2 units left that are worth 120, so a little bit of tempo, but not exactly relevant. And yeah, this was just such a huge attack, and all of this started by this one smart move of focusing down this orb over the power wells, even though it usually is much more convenient to go for the power wells because they have less HP. In this situation, it was just such a nice idea, putting on the pressure here. And my next move here, as I have the center, I really try to get this area done. I like control this area here, get this power. As you can see, Triggz also took one, so he tried to stay ahead here, force another power, and then probably attack those wells, because right now, same issue that I just mentioned, those orbs do have more HP, so yeah, we really want to attack power wells here, and also open up bases for the energy parasite. Like here, now we can just throw them around, like force counter units at the bottom, then fly to the top, try to create like tempo and pressure over there. Also, like using the deep one here to catch the Bandit Stalker that I play to counter it. As you can see, like deep one as a beast on this patch here, really vulnerable to those Stalkers, even though like this was supported by Spirit Hunters. This fight ended up being rather close. But yeah, getting a good trade here, the 60 energy unit here, so yeah, Bandit Sniper being played to zone this energy parasite off, because the ability could snipe him down. But like now there's a deep one chasing this Bandit Sniper away. In the meantime, this energy parasite flying to the top, trying to kind of outmaneuver those counter units here, and also applying pressure with the Spirit Hunters against those Stalkers. Bandit Sniper being played to defend the energy parasite here, but it has an initial cooldown and obviously also is vulnerable once other units get close, so cannot really use the overload shot here, the focus shot. And yeah, Triggz oinking this, and as you can see, I have 50 power. There's no way to stop this energy parasite from getting his ability off. Finishing off this unit with the deep one, also like going for the Bandit Sniper that took some damage from those Spirit Hunters, and all those units over there kind of outmaneuvered by this pressure. So even though I do have map control to a certain extent, I'm down in power. But yeah, this deep one, fortunately for me, got like chased down, and obviously very powerful and expensive unit. But yeah, I thought I can counterattack this at this situation here, but Ensnaring Roots and Parasite combined here, taking down the Scavenger here, taking down the first Bandit Stalker, and also aiming for the second that also gets like attacked by those Ghost Spears. And in the meantime, this deep one going for the Monument, setting up a really nice counter attack here to put on the pressure. Yeah, those Dark Elf Assassins obviously pretty good against the ES units here, if not supported. And again, the Bandit Stalker into the deep one as a counter unit, trying to catch him with the Creeping Paralysis, even though it doesn't like hit on the Stalker. He forced me to walk away while he can freely deal damage to this Monument. Deep one very strong against buildings, obviously. Another Bandit Stalker being played, and this Monument dropping lower and lower. In the meantime, like this Bandit Sniper just got away with like 30 HP, and yeah, that is just one hit away, like 43 HP. If this animation goes through, I think this game is pretty much over. But yeah, it just didn't go through because of the overload. The Bandit Sniper that got chased by Spirit Hunters, which ended up getting cleared in the end, barely survived, and this focus shot saved the game for me here. So extremely close. So I thought I can use this tempo, move up with Dark Elf Assassins and take a power, but Triggz immediately trying to apply pressure again with the Energy Parasite. Going down for this well. This thing has a 30-second cooldown right now, initial cooldown, so I can still prepare a little bit before it can drain power from those power wells. But I still want to zone it away with the Wind Hunter here. Obviously, even though it cannot one-shot it like the Skyfire Drake, having an air unit to just chase him is so much more convenient because it cannot be outmaneuvered that easily due to cliffs or something. But yeah, at this point in time, he still managed to do it. And I thought, okay, just going in for a counterattack here, while a Bandit Stalker, a Bandit Sniper is like trying to defend at this area. So this attack is going on, trying to threaten a power well kick. In the meantime, Bandit Minefield here really effective, clearing the deep one. The Bandit Sniper getting an energy parasite. And at this point, I made such a strong trade on the bottom that I can also support this Bandit Stalker with the Ravage, which almost happened to be enough to kick the power well, but it stayed alive because of the Bandit of the Ghost Spears being enough to kill the Bandit Stalker. So this Bandit Sniper in the meantime being able to isolate and kill another energy parasite here. So a lot of good trades on the top happening for me, even though I did not get the power well. And yeah, kind of good map position for me at this point in time, simply because I have control over all additional free orbs on the map, which would guarantee a tier 3 position to me if I get this game to the later stages. And yeah, right now this Bandit Stalker here is sneaking around to get down this power, and this Bandit Minefield is a really good counter to the Hurricane here because it can crowd control those small units and yeah, also kill the Bandits, the Spirit Hunters here. So yeah, getting down a power well here, maintaining a good position again after that devastating attack on the main base, and like after almost losing this orb, I was like one hit away. I kind of solidified my position in this game by having a power well lead, by having map control, and yeah, at this rate Pure Nature is in a very bad spot. Like, I mean, to be fair, Pure Nature in this matchup is not exactly favored due to all the tools that Bandit has, especially the Stalker attacking both Deep One and Borrowers, like giving me another like edge in this particular position. But yeah, Triggz still trying to get this double Deep One attack here, trying to apply pressure. Wind Hunter obviously a very good answer to this because he's is an L counter, and he can just chase them as an area unit, split against crowd control. So the Curse of Oink does not hit any of the other units if he tries to kind of defend against it, or just like ignore them and go for the power wells like this. And yeah, the Bandit Minefield here doing the zoning work that is necessary, even with the Surge of Fly. Like this position is just way too way too strong. And in the meantime, some of those units that are not exactly in position to defend were sent to the left here, attacking this power, double activation to finish off this D1. At this point, Triggz surrendered. Like, it was just such a close game, and there were so many things that could have changed this. Like, if I just didn't turn around with the scavenger at the top, I probably would have lost all my ground units after this trade, after the tier 2 attack. And also there's this deep one just being kicked by this bandit sniper overload, like focus shot. So close, because this sniper was chased down by Spirit Hunters that almost killed it. It had 30 HP left. So yeah, that was just such a close game in so many ends, and also such a nice punishing move by Triggz here, going into this attack here, into this counter attack, after losing this power, because that really looked like a very dire situation for him, but he really managed to turn this around and put the pressure on me in this game. It was such a nice match, and yeah, I really enjoyed playing this one, and I hope you also enjoyed watching this, because this is the end of the video. Thank you for joining me, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.